Well, first of all, my name is Pat Rocco, and I'm pleased to be here at the very first Gay Pride Parade and Festival here in Hilo. And what a day it is, this July 6th. The parade just finished. There's going to be the festival, and it's going on right now. And by all determination, it was a success. It went on for an hour, which is not a long parade. I mean, I've been in some that are 6 hours, but this one was not. But it was a good, tight 1 hour with a lot of variations, and we did not expect all the people that we got. A group of people got together 10 months ago and met just a distance from here and said, we got to do it this year. It's only been 43 years since the very first parade went on. 43 years. And that was July 27th, 1970. How do I know that? Well, I happen to be there. I happen to be one of the organizers of that first parade. And it's something I'll never forget. And what happened is that we had 3 parades, and we all had a meeting, and we said, we've got to get better organized because well, they weren't very organized, and they're different people every year. So what happened is that they had a whole bunch of the people together in Hollywood got together, and they elected me the very first president of a gay pride organization. And I took the ears, I took the bull by the horns, and I said, okay, we got to do 2 important things at the very beginning. One, we've got to get our 501c3. I found a lawyer. He gave us some money. He says, I'm going to do it. I have a gay daughter, and if I can't support her this way, so we got our 501c3. And I said, the second thing is we got to stopping everything that happens at the end of the parade. The parade ends and everybody just goes their way. I said, I'd like to have something where everybody in Hollywood gets together at the end of the parade. I said, let's have a festival, and let's have the parade end at the festival, and let's just make it that way. And they said, no way, you want us to be there in the middle of people? There's one thing being on Hollywood Boulevard and then you're off and nobody sees you anymore, but another thing is being someplace for 3 days. I wanted a 3-day festival, and we show ourselves, and everybody knows. I said, yes, what everybody knows is that you don't have horns. You're not strange, you're not unusual, you're like the boy and girl next door, the man and woman next door, the policeman and the policewoman. I said, just do it, and I think you'll be surprised. They finally gave in. We had a 3-day festival. I had 7 carnival rides, I had 24 booths. We had a big lot on Sunset Boulevard, 1 block from the end of the parade, and the place went crazy. The place was packed every day. And at the end of the parade, everybody on Hollywood Boulevard had to go to the festival. They all ended up there. So it was an idea that not only caught fire, but people were calling, what is that guy Rocco doing in Los Angeles, in Hollywood? And San Francisco was calling, and they said, well, we're going to do it next year. And they said, fine. Since then, there have been parades and festivals combined together all over the world. And I'm the proud papa. And I'm so proud to be. And what's more, I'm proud that 43 years later, here we are in Hilo, Hawaii, and they're doing their very first Pride Parade and Festival. And I'm still around. I'm almost 80, so in just a few months. So it's just this old man getting by and saying, look at what did you start? What is going on? And it is really... It's a pleasure to be here. I've lived here for 26 years here in Hawaii, but I never dreamt that Hilo, my hometown, would have its own Pride Parade and Festival. Well, they got it together. They got it together. It's happened. It's wonderful. And if you missed it, you're going to be sorry. And I would imagine there's going to be some pictures that you're going to be able to see, pictures and film that was shot, tape that was shot. So maybe along with this interview, you'll see what you missed. And that means, guess what? We'll see you next year. See you next year. I'm not planning. I stayed in the background as much as I could. I was the person that they came to for Are we doing this right? Can we do it? What should we be doing? I cut corners something like crazy. I said, listen, I've done this for years. I've been all over the world, really, talking about the parades and festivals, showing some of the films that I made, and lecturing and doing all that sort of thing. And I love that. I'm anywhere from Brazil to Alaska. I've been there. All kinds of awards and things like that. And it's for something that I love to do. Is this different in Hawaii than it is anywhere else? Yes and no. It's different because it started out being so conservative. They were afraid about the colors to be used in the posters. And they were afraid to talk to people about coming to see it because the word gay or lesbian was still, as far along as we've come along, was still foreign here. And at least that's the way we were treated at the beginning. There was a standoffishness. Now, little by little, as we kept going, I said we were doing this for 10 months preparing, people said, you know, this is not a bad idea. The people in the front, the bayfront, the merchants and things, they said, well, yeah, let's do this. Why not? I said, what we're really for is equality. You don't have to be gay to go to a gay pride festival or gay pride parade, but it would be helpful if you believed in equal rights. We don't have equal rights yet. We're well along the way. It's sure a lot different from 1970 when we had our hands up and putting our fists up in the air and saying we're demanding this, a lot of grassroots stuff. But it's different now, and it was different in Hawaii. You know what? The ice was broken today. Totally broken. It's not going to go backwards, I can tell you that. It is not going to go backwards. And aren't you glad? I hope you are. Those of you who are saying this, I hope you're glad that we're out of the Middle Ages. We've come to contemporary things where we're all of us together in one world, and we should stay that way. We should love each other. We should be brothers and sisters to each other. Forget all these stereotypes that people have and get those put behind you. And come again next year. Wear some colorful clothes and just join in and be part of the celebration. Okay? Now, make a promise to me now as you're watching this. Yeah, I'm going to come next year. Do it, okay? And if I'm still around, and I hope I am, if you see me, come up and say, hey, I saw that show that you did. I showed that thing on TV. So there you are.